So, Martin Luther King actually openly expressed that he regretted integrating his people into the Democratic Party. There's a lot of things in Black history that have been hidden or suppressed, of course, for specific agendas. I came across this account and I'm really glad to share this video with you. It's so educational and very important to know. And before I play this video, like, nobody's saying that you have to be Republican, but at least know more of the history on the Democratic Party before you just keep continuously for years and generations down the line voting blue no matter who. Listen to this video.
So why doesn't Black history teach us that Martin Luther King said he regretted integrating his people into the Democratic Party?
You know, the last thing Dr. King said to me before he was murdered, and when we asked him what was the matter, Martin said, you know, I've been thinking long and hard about our struggle, and I sit here deeply concerned that I suspect we're leading our nation on an integration trip that has us integrating into a burning house. I don't think we quite understood how pathetic that remark was. It has certainly come to reveal itself fully when we look at the condition in which we find not only our world, but in particular, our nation. We have a lot of wreckages around this country. And perhaps the most distracting and perhaps the most important wreckage to take a look at is really the wreckage of the Democratic Party. Charlie. Get him to the stage. I've been a Democrat all my life. But the Democratic Party was not always our friend. As a matter of fact, a lot of what we had to struggle against was in the possession and the power of Democrats who came from the South. There are a lot of people who have made speeches that are as eloquent as will ever be written. And we've listened to a lot of redundancy. A lot of people who've carefully selected the phrases and applied them to the moment. What eludes us is the bankruptcy of the action itself. This poverty that our country is witnessing has never gone away. Most of the politicians I know of have visited these places of poverty. They make it their business when they're running for the highest office in this nation to go into the heart of our pain, our anguish, our indignities, and make promises only to walk into the places of power and then deny us. I guess part of the reason I'm here is to really look through the ravages of the Democratic Party and see if anything is really worth salvaging.
This is Harry Belafonte, one of Martin Luther King's best friends and a major financier of the civil rights movement. Now, throughout history, a lot of people have tried to accredit Martin Luther King's statement as if he was speaking in regards to America or the political system in general. But he wasn't. The man who he was speaking to, Harry Belafonte, made it clear that Martin Luther King was talking about the Democratic Party. Many people have no idea that before Martin Luther King, Black Americans never identified as Democrat. We were always Republican.
History is
the first Black Americans to ever serve in Congress, Republican. Frederick Douglass, Republican. Harriet Tubman, Republican. Booker T. Washington, Republican. W.E.B. Du Bois, Republican. Even Martin Luther King Sr. was a lifelong Republican. It wasn't until the Martin Luther King jail incident that he realigned himself with the Democratic Party. And I think sometime after, he realized he made a mistake. Most Black Americans have no idea about the true history of our political realignment from Republicans to Democrats. And most of the time when the story is told, it's oversimplified or just misconstrued.
And it's not like this information is not out there and it's not accessible. You just have to be willing to look for it. But most people are just not willing to look past what they were taught or what they were told. Knowledge is key. You're doing more hurt to yourself and your communities by suppressing yourself from the truth.